layer of leadership. And one of the challenges are that you have to learn to let go.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
So if I give you $100, this is a metaphor, Jon. If I give you $100, yeah, how would you use this budget in terms of you have how much out of this $100 you will take to acquire new clients and bring strangers to your business, and how much of this $100 you will use to develop the relationship with clients, to enhance, to make sure they have a good experience, so you can bring people to your business that actually not strangers because they already come preferred. So how would you manage this with this budget?
So it's a great question. So you're saying if I have $100 and I could only invest it in either maintaining my existing clients or winning new clients.
Or a mix of both. You can tell me, Harry, I will do 50-50.
Exactly.
I will do. So how would you
I would probably do 75 towards my existing customers, 25 towards my new customers.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. And
so why everybody does otherwise then, Jon?
Because they 80% assume that once
the people
they win
that
them,
see there, I don't know if maybe you disagree with me. You can tell me, Harry, this is not the case. But every company, everybody that I see out there, I see again and again 80-90% of the budget, probably 100% of the budget. Just sales, marketing. Let's do advertising. Let's bring more clients. We need more clients. We need more clients, and nobody cares about the customer experience, and nobody cares about knowing that if you deliver an amazing experience to those clients, you can get you can bring your client acquisition from zero, right?
Well, okay, I think it's a couple things. I think one is who are you and what do you want your brand to be? So I can tell you this, 97% of the time, I'm making that percentage up, but really high percentage of the time, the sales experience is better than what you actually bought, right? It's a fairly rare scenario where you're like, wow, that was an amazing sales experience. And then I bought a product and it was even better than what I thought it was going to be. And this is where I talk about this pursuit of world class.
Mm-hmm.
The pursuit of world class is that the promise keepers provide a better service than the promise makers. And so if you can do that, you've built something really special. But if you can't, then I want you to pursue doing it.
So was you just surviving, Jon, right?
Exactly. Or you know what? You're just selling something for the sake of selling it. I don't want to sell something for the sake of selling it. I want to solve problems. I want to help people who become my customer. I really care about
and build something to last, right?
Yep.
The other day in this podcast, I interviewed one multimillionaire, and he told me, Harry, don't build the unicorn, build a camel. And I said, wow, this is very profound what you just described. You say, build something that, that can be days and days with no water, that can last forever, that forget about the unicorn. You build the camel and you will be fine. So, but Jon, but people think, okay, maybe we're crazy what we're talking about. But we see Amazon, for example, right? All in the .com, this is my... what I think, but what actually the success of the whole company is because they decided that, okay, we're going to put a lot of time, effort, and energy in that customer experience. We're going to make sure that if the client doesn't like the product, they can send it back. And we're trying to remove all this friction. And probably, we don't remember, but probably was a friend who told us about Amazon. That we didn't find Amazon in Google. People think, no, we find it in Google like everything else. No, I think that you work with a friend and you say, well, I'm thinking to buy this. And your friend will tell you, look, man, go to this Amazon thing. It's amazing. It's just a few clicks. They will come to your house. You don't like it, you send it back, this and that, right? So, so the model actually works in terms of customer experience. And we have lawyers that have come to this podcast also that they told me, Harry, my only marketing strategy is referral. I'm thinking, wow, you guys are amazing lawyers. You have,
Yeah.
you have all your clients happy, because if your only marketing and sales strategy for you to have clients for life on the last 20 years is referrals, you deliver
Yeah.
a customer experience that I'm very impressed. Obviously we're not recommending that, but you should have another strategy to bring clients.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed with those lawyers. Man, you are amazing on what you do, because how can you only with that uh,
But
you can keep
generally
the
in
flow?
those,
Yeah.
but generally in those scenarios, you'll get as large as founder-led sales.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
the reason why is because, your referrals only bring so much business in a year. So if you want to get to 1 million, and then if you're at 1 million, you want to get to 5 million. Then if you're at 5 million, you want to get to 10 million. You have to go beyond the founder. And so you have to build a sales and marketing
100%.
infrastructure that is high impact and gets you the results you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly, John, because the thing to me that this business model not sustainable is not sustainable, because they depending on the client, right? They don't have that
Yep.
client for referral, they go out of business, a little bit risky. But then I want to go, because I read in your bio from 30,000 to how much you grow that company?
To about 40 million, just under 40 million.
Wow. So this is my question. I have a few questions about this.
Yeah.
Because John, we always ask people from how to make the first million from 0 to 1. But if you go from 0 to 1 million, after you reach 1 million, now you need to forget on learn everything you know, and you need to learn again, because from 0 to 1 is
Yeah.
completely different from 1 to 10, because from 0 to 1 you depend on the client. You don't have a client, you have a business. But when you are from 1 million to 10 million, you have product market fit. People are buying your product, and you don't depend on the client. You know how to get the client. Just
Yeah.
it's about leadership, system, procedures. And now you need to go from 0 to 1, 1 to 10, and then
Yeah.
even another loop, which is 10 to 100,000. That's in the range. So you have to forget about everything you know, and learn again
Yeah.
how to go from 10 million to 100 million. So how was this process of learning and unlearning from you, which is a quite tough one, and it's actually very rare. The ideal scenario, what we recommend to the people is,
Yeah.
look, if you go that 0 to 1, man, just do that 0 to 1, and 1 to 10. Try to bring another person, bring a mentor, bring a coach, hire a C-suite that have experience, because it's gonna become. Uh,
Yeah.
Totally challenging. Maybe people don't like it. Some people like 0 to 1, but then when they go to 1 to 10, they get bored. Yeah, and
It
or they don't perform. So tell us about this journey. What is your favorite phase? 0 to 1 or 1 to 10, and how was this 10 to 100,000? How was the transformation process?
so,
Were you bored, or you didn't like it when things change? Or tell us a little bit more.
so there are four types of CEOs. There's the startup CEO.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Startup CEO is generally 0 to about 20 to 25 employees. At this stage, it's a little bit more than 1 million. It might be up to 3 million, but
Mm-hmm.
you know everybody and you're
There you
really
go.
in charge of doing everything. Then the next stage is typically 25 to, let's just say, 100 employees. And I'll call this the growth CEO.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're at the point where you're building your next layer of leadership. And so it's no longer the CEO who's doing everything. It's that you formed a leadership team, and there's a head of sales and marketing, there's a head of delivering for your customers, and there's a head of your back office, and there's a head of R&D, and you have this layer of leadership. And one of the challenges are that you have to learn to let go, and that you got to trust other people to do their
Absolutely.
job. Then from there, to go from, let's just say, 100 to 250, you're now forming a leadership team under your leadership team. And the systems you have to put in place are very different. It's becoming more of an ecosystem, meaning, the sales team's technology is talking to the client service team's technology, which is talking to the back office, and it all is integrated together. But the mature CEO typically starts around 250. So that growth CEO starts at 25, it probably goes to 250, but there's a couple different phases in there. And the mature CEO is really when you become a strategic CEO. So you're not involved in the nitty gritty anymore. You're not involved in the operations. You're really driving the strategy, and you're counting on your leaders to get stuff done. And I would say that I got bored at that stage. I probably like being the growth CEO. I like getting in the weeds and solving problems. And when I got to the strategic CEO, they didn't want me to solve problems anymore. They're like, you're trying to do my job. And so, and then the final stage is when you get into like thousands of employees. So mature is like 250 to 1,000 employees. And then you're getting into mega. And then it's really like, you're publicly traded, or you're really involved in, being more of a figurehead than anything else. And I've never been at the mega stage. So
follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.